and that's not a bad shot. It wasn't a bad shot for them.
Yeah, but see, no, that was a bad shot.
Look, how did
Van Fleet?
how did they beat Philly? Was that a good shot? Just tell me that. Was that a Nick Nurse? Oh, Nick Nurse is the best coach he can do. Oh, what do you do? Kawhi Leonard, is that the best play you got?
Oh, okay. See, this is what I wanted to hear from you. This is what I was getting at. Okay?
I mean, running off the corner, going all the way, falling away from the 3-point line. That was a play you designed?
This is where I'm getting at then. Okay, so then let's talk about that then. Nick Nurse didn't have a play lined up for that situation. Or at least he
maybe didn't have the player.
Maybe
that's it.
In my opinion, he said, you know what? They've figured things out up to this point. I'm going to let them just keep going because I have nothing. And that's a problem. That's a problem in the playoffs. You can't be that kind of coach in the playoffs.
I believe in this situation that Brad Stevens, to me, and although Nick Nurse is the coach of the year, I like Brad Stevens' X's and O's better than I like Nick Nurse's X's and O's. I think he gets guys in places they need to be, and it has really worked out well for the Celtics. So I don't necessarily think that you want it. Some people say, "Oh, call timeout." Mm-hmm. Okay, you can call timeout, but now you give the other team an opportunity to set up a strategy. Yeah. So if I'm the Celtics, do you come down? Do you foul before a guy gets into the act of shooting? Yeah. I mean, there are a bunch of things you can talk about that you can't talk about on the fly. So,
well, that's a good point because if you're Brad Stevens, I'm telling my guys to foul. They needed 3 fouls.
Yeah, but they didn't do that. They didn't do that.
Well, they didn't do that because they didn't have that opportunity to think about it. They just play defense.
No,
if you call timeout in that situation, you have more time to think about it.
Absolutely. Right. So that maybe is why Nick Nurse doesn't call a timeout, and it worked out. All you were trying to do was get a decent look at a 3-point shot. You got a decent look. Don't miss out on this one. It's your chance. Cedric Maxwell says go.
Absolutely. Head to betonline.ag today and take advantage of all the great sign-up bonuses. betonline.ag, your online sportsbooks experts.
Get it now.
I don't know, man. I just feel like when it comes down, like you say, when it comes down to X's and O's, late game situations, I'm taking Brad Stevens over Nick Nurse all day.
Yeah.
But when Nick Nurse,
but some guy told me some guy told me the other day on the radio from Toronto said Nick Nurse is about to give Brad Stevens give him a clinic in coaching. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. See how that goes.
But this is my thing with him. This is my beef with Nick. You played out that situation, right? It didn't pan out. Obviously, it didn't pan out well for him. But you played that card. Whatever, it is what it is, right? 20 minutes later, someone puts a microphone in your face, and you're going to complain about, Jason Tatum got to the free throw line too many times? The referees gave him that one. Come on, man.
Well, you're trying to put
Tatum's never been that guy.
You're trying to put something in somebody's. You're trying to put because if it's not working, you're down 2-0. You're grabbing at whatever you can grab.
But Max, you're the coach of the
year. You're grabbing at what you can grab at. Siakam really hasn't been that guy that that you say, oh my God, there's no way to stop Siakam. Jaylen Brown has done a nice job of just ISO and being one-on-one with Siakam.
Yeah. He got him on an island.
Yeah, and they haven't really had the double team.
That's true.
So with Jaylen Brown here, but his defense has been underrated. How about the time that Jaylen Brown? I mean, you're talking about quickness. That he ripped off Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry was dribbling, and it was like
stripped him clean.
Well, yeah, it looked like Brown was in the Matrix. The way he went across and grabbed the basketball while Kyle Lowry was he was going back the other way. Kyle was still putting the ball on the floor. You ain't even got it no more.
Kyle looked at his hand. Was like,
where did it go at? So, I mean, it's been it's been eye opening to see some of the situations, and even now down that bubble, people talk about what's going on with Milwaukee. Milwaukee's trademark. What they do, they give up threes. What does Miami like to do?
Oh yeah,
take threes. Milwaukee is giving up more threes than anybody else.
Yeah.
So Miami's forte, their strength is shoot the three.
Yeah.
So if you have a team that's knocking down threes in a regular area, and you're struggling right now with Giannis and Middleton, and they play great against the Celtics, but they've had Giannis has been. If they lose the series, Giannis is going to be exposed again.
Yeah.
Two-time MVP.
I agree with that. Well, the biggest reason why I agree with that is because you got a 27-point performance out of Chris Middleton, and you couldn't make that a win. Like that's big.
Well, is somebody else involved in this?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Is Lopez involved? Where's Lopez been?
Balled out. He balled out that one game.
Yeah, okay,
one game. But then again, if Giannis only scores 17, 18, you're in trouble.
Well, and that's the thing about picking up your teammates. Like somebody, it's like Kimba. Okay, Kimba was barely scored, and Marcus barely scored, but you had somebody else to kind of shoulder the load until those guys got it together. And you look at Bledsoe. What's Bledsoe done during the series?
Well, he's been a little banged up. But
so I
don't trust him regardless, man. Like honestly, I've never been like that's always been my thing with Milwaukee. Giannis is going to be Giannis, but I don't trust your boys. Like your squad is shaky. Middleton will give you those 30-point nights here and there, but you got to make sure those are wins. You can't give those up for free.
That's true.
That was big, man. I really like Miami in this series. I just like their focus right now too.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think again, to me it's the Jimmy Butler factor.
Yeah, for sure.
Because those dudes right now, Bam, Alabado, guys like that, they're taking on that same persona as Jimmy Butler. Like
it's rubbing off on
yeah, I mean Jimmy Butler. Man, I mean,
you heard what he said about when they asked about guests and family coming into the bubble?
What did he say?
He said, "No, I'm not bringing anybody, man. This is a business trip."
Wow. I like that.
I've always